Captain by a hook with a red beard. Captain by a hook with a red beard.
We did it, baby. Second milestone for the show. Yeah. It's been a year. It has been one full year since I officially started this show, and about 19 months since I came up with the idea to even do the show. And about 5 years since the show's concept first was created. 2018, 19, was thinking heavy about starting to do content like this. 2020, even more so. Came up with the name Captain by a Hook 2019 in 2020, actually, in Vegas during the bubble, when I kept losing by a hook for a week straight. Probably like 3 games out of that week that was just by a hook. Nickname was born. Of course, the red beard fit perfectly. My beard does not look as red indoors, but once the sun hits this thing, I didn't really plan a full monologue. Exciting time of year. I started this thing on the first day of college basketball last season. So for the college basketball season to always be synonymous with this show is pretty special. Because not only am I geeked about the college basketball season, I get to reflect and have a moment of how far we've come here on the show. Today, all college hoops. Not talking about anything else on Tuesdays until April. I got a new little structure for the show. Same structure. New structure. Same. It's the same. Huh? Still going to be college football Wednesdays. NFL Thursdays. Jaden Chandler Parnell on Fridays. That's not really a new structure. College basketball season just started. That's what I'm going to be talking about on Mondays and Tuesdays. Nothing else. At all. Tall. But man, got a lot of stuff I want to talk about that happened last night in college basketball. 5 picks for you today. We went 10-7 last night. How about that? 10-7. How about this though? 6-0 on the overs. 6-0 on the overs. My man, Franklin Earl, the Beardwinaton, 2-1. First day back from vacation since March Madness. Shout out to him, 2-1, 10-7 on the day, 6-0 in overs, 3-3 on favorites. Should have stayed away from the dogs. 1-4 on the plus money plays I gave out, or plus numbers, not all, like plus 11. Bella Marine got stomped, absolutely stomped by Washington. Same thing happened in Texas Southern. We'll talk about New Mexico, because boy, am I excited about those Lobos, baby. Again, got a lot to talk about. Michigan State, number 4 seed in the country, goes down. We will get to it momentarily. This is Captain by a Hook with the red beard, presented by Stare Down Sports. I am Rowan Donaghy, a.k.a. Rowan Dobbs, going live on the 7th of November. This show's 1-year anniversary, which makes the day absolutely fabulous. Although it's a beautiful day outside. Boy, I tell you, time change, man. Getting dark around 5:30. Throwing me off. Throwing me off. Sun coming up earlier. I don't really notice. Anyway, uh, the things that stood out to me last night. Of course, we could talk about the sorry, timestamps still mess me up a little bit. Of course, we could talk about all the big teams. They did their thing. Outside of Michigan State, Duke, North Carolina, UConn, Kansas, Purdue, uh, blowing teams out. Um, I want to talk about a few other things that I noticed last night for some games. But I guess let's talk about it. Sorry. This is my year anniversary show, and I don't know. Nervous. Hunter Dickinson in his first game with Kansas, 21 points, 8 rebounds. Only played 24 minutes, also had 5 assists. Uh, Amazing. I like that he's getting the points, man. 21 points. That was his biggest problem with Juwan Howard's offense. The lack of scoring that he can provide. He's an amazing scorer. You look at Duke, they win in rolling fashion. Kyle Filipakowski, just going over some of the Wooden Ward players in their first game. 25.7 rebounds in 27 minutes. He played the most minutes out of all of the big names. Armando Bacot, I'm lying. He played 29 minutes, double machine over there for North Carolina, 25-13. They get the 16-point victory over Radford. Then you got UConn. Donovan Clingan. Check out this efficiency. Donovan Clingan, 12 points, 8 rebounds, 15 minutes. Put him in the game, give him the ball, and get out of his way. Boy, I love this kid's game. I cannot wait to watch him in his second year. Because he was phenomenal his freshman year in the limited minutes he did had. Of course, last night dealing with that little foot issue, limited minutes there. Like I said, big teams rolled last night outside of Michigan State, who even Michigan State lost. Had a phenomenal performance from Walker. He put up 33 points, 3-point loss for Michigan State. I'm not really worried about it. James Madison is picked to win their conference. It's not like they're a scrub team. They're going to be probably they're going to be one of those teams that's on the cuff of the tournament this year. Not because of this game. I'm saying that I didn't have a bet on Michigan State. I bet Michigan State every game. I knew this one would be a tough one. I almost bet the under on this one. James Madison, definitely a team. I was prepared to make this game close. And by close, I still thought Michigan State would win by 10. I still was surprised when Michigan State was down 22-10 when I walked in. But flashes of great things. This is Michigan State basketball, man. I don't know why. I don't know how. Tyson Walker actually 35 points. And outside of him and Cohen Carr, the most athletic person I've seen since Michael Jordan in college basketball. And I'm not saying he's good at all. But boy, oh boy, that boy is athletic. We need some more points, man. The other problem I see is Jaden Atkins should not be leading our team in rebounds by double digits. He has 11 rebounds. The only person near him is 6. I need Cisco to be bigger down there. 4 points, 4 rebounds in 21 minutes. Not going to get the job done. But Tyson Walker, man, he put on a darn show. I tell you what. But anyway, Michigan State, man, number 4 team in the country, loses to James Madison. Biggest loss yesterday, of course. Zach Edey, though, playing for Purdue, he comes out with a chip on his shoulder, and I liked it. He looks like he's on a mission this year. Feisty. I loved his aggression early. Didn't get many minutes, but he produced in those minutes. He played 20 minutes, basically one half. I didn't watch the full game. I watched the first about. It was like 8:30 in the clock when I walked out of the room to another room. Put the Rutgers game on, which I can't wait to get to. But Zach Edey, man, 16 points, 11 rebounds in those 20 minutes. Man, I can't believe I haven't mentioned it yet. But I'm going to get to it next. I'm sorry. There was a phenomenal game played in Las Vegas yesterday. I'm going to talk to it in a second. Zach Edey. I think I try to get so over organized for today's show that I'm not organized at all. I wrote down too much stuff. That's blogging. Like, I don't. I'm trying to get through everything quickly. 16 points, 11 rebounds for Zach Edey. But he came out, my bad, with a chip on his shoulder. Even got a little scuffle first couple minutes of the game. I love to see that for Zach Edey. Looks like he's on a mission. Looks like he wants to win this year. The other thing I love about Purdue, and I will talk about that in a minute with my Tuesday, baby. All over the place. Lost. Top 10, baby. My top 10. Man, this is a live show, baby. Let's get it. About to lock in. I forgot to even say it in the intro. Tuesday. Every Tuesday during college basketball, I did it last season to phenomenal success because UConn was number one for most of the year for me when UConn was not number one with anybody. AP poll, coaches poll, or anything. They end up winning the championship. So this first one's a little chalky. Most of it's on projections. I'm not going to put too much on them. The first game against Scrubs. However, Michigan State, you're not in the top 10, losing to James Madison. Not that just, like I said, I'm not surprised they lost, but you're not going to be in my top 10 losing to James Madison. They'll probably get back in it, but we'll see what happens with Michigan State. My favorite team, but we'll see what happens with them. Definitely going to talk Purdue a little more there. Kansas and everybody else. Oregon is the team that surprised me the most last night. Sorry. Oregon surprised me the most last night with their size. Their big man, Dante, 21 rebounds, 16 points, absolute domination on both ends of the floor. Held Georgia shooting about 30%, 38%, 33.8%. Held Georgia to shooting 33.8%. Shot the ball fabulous themselves. They put up 82 points, only shooting 15 threes, making 6 of those threes. Oregon was phenomenal last night. The final score doesn't really look like it. Georgia kind of fought back late. And when I say late, the last like 9 minutes, they were just on a run. And by on a run, they were just running like it was 20 seconds left. Ended up making it close. Oregon was up like 20 most of that second half. They were flying on fast breaks, athletic, highlight-like dunks. Bigsby, little young cat Bigsby, he's pretty damn good. But Oregon, man, they surprised me last night. They're the team I'm most impressed with as far as not knowing what to expect from them and getting that, especially taking on a team. Georgia's not good at all, but they're not. I don't know the word. They're a what's it called? Power 5 school. I'm sorry. Rutgers, Princeton. Felt like March opening night. Rutgers ended up losing to Princeton. That was a great game, fabulous game. The intensity was March like, tournament like. Um, one of the best games of the night. Fell apart towards the end, but it was tied up most of the first half, half of the second half. Rutgers, Princeton, man, they got a little point guard that's nice. A little number one. I like the way he move around the rim. Finishes Kyrie like. I like Princeton, man. I don't know if they beat any more big teams. Rutgers about average, I say this year. Rutgers is gonna definitely be a force in the Big Ten, like they always are, but not like they have special talent over there. Um, I thought Rutgers would be better. That was the first loss of the night yesterday. But that was my favorite game to watch, and then Oregon was the team I was most impressed with. I could see Oregon being a Sweet 16 team, top 10 team come later in the year. Almost thought about putting them in my top 10. However, L to the no, no, no. New Mexico, baby. I gave out New Mexico plus 400 to win the conference. They come out and win by 60 last night against Texas Southern, even though I bet Texas Southern plus 18. I did not know New Mexico was going to blow anybody out. Jamal Mashburn's 15. Also transferred JT Toppin. He ended up with 11 and 9, almost getting the double-double himself. But I love what New Mexico was doing last night. I love how they were playing. Definitely going to be one of my favorite teams to watch this year. Going to be rooting for them to win that conference, probably more than anybody else, other conferences. It's just one of those things. Not even the best number. It's only plus 400. I got some other long shots, but it's probably my favorite. The one I believe in the most that is not the favorite, if that makes any sense. New Mexico, man. Hopefully they keep this thing rolling into conference play. They played outstanding. Already touched on Michigan State and Tyson Walker. Let's jump on over. This is Captain by a hook with the red beard. Let's jump on over to the power rankings. Top 10 by this guy. My top 10. Again, this might change completely next week. Definitely, usually by, I say, second week of December is when this thing kind of forms to where I really feel like it's as accurate as possible. This is just, it's like preseason rankings based on nothing. Yeah, we watched a lot of these teams last night. You can see a glimpse of what's going to happen. Hunter Dickinson's going to score a lot more. Klingon's going to be probably the best and most efficient big in the country. But can you really expect them to do this level of performing once they get into conference play? It's always a no if you ask me. So, again, take this with a grain of salt. I got 11 teams. Couldn't decide who to put at 10. Honestly, I almost put Oregon at 10. And I was like, okay, whoa, relax. And then I had to remember that they only won by 11, even though it looked and felt from watching it that they won by 30. Number one, I'm going to go Kansas. I think Kansas is a 2 to 4 loss team this season. Definitely going Kansas. Number one right now. They might stay number one most of the year. Definitely a team I think the best team in the country. Duke, number 2. A little hesitant on Duke. A lot of great players. See how they put it all together. Filikowski, second year. Definitely will be on the Wooden Award watch all season. Filikowski had a great game last night. So Duke looking good, looking like they are rolling. At number 3, and this is not because of Zach Edey, although the chip on his shoulder got me excited. I want to see him play like that in February and March too. Just flaunt your size, big dog. Get the blocks. Get the boards. Who cares how they feel? I feel like he cares about how they feel. Like, if I was him, man, 20 blocks, 20 rebounds, and I know it's not that easy. I'm not saying he doesn't try. Great player. I love Zach Edey. But last night it looked like he had that. But also, these freshman guards from last year, they're sophomores now, and they're even better. Love the guard play I saw yesterday. Confident guard play. Give me Purdue at number 3. This is the first year I actually believe in Purdue. Last year I didn't believe in them at all. The last 20 years I didn't believe in them at all. I always liked them though. Man, I always liked them. But give me Purdue at number 3. I'm kind of excited about them this season. Number 4, we're gonna go Creighton. I think they're gonna be the big team in the best team in the Big East. I think Creighton is one of those teams that can be Elite Eight, Final Four. Um, they just have that kind of talent and cohesiveness. Definitely have the coaching. Love McDermott over there at Creighton. Give me Creighton at number 4. We're just gonna go Big East it up right in the middle. Give me Marquette at number 5. That's where the AP poll has them sitting. Kind of just agreeing with the AP poll for now, if that makes any sense. Um, Not on everything. These last 6 through 10 are gonna be ridiculous if you're looking at the AP poll. But the first 5, I mean, just kind of going with it. I threw Creighton at number 4. Um, I think they are a phenomenal team. Definitely think they will be in the top 5 at some point this season before Christmas. The Big East is always they're the hardest tournament, hardest conference for rankings because they will beat each other up every January, February. But I think before Christmas we see Creighton in the top 5. Marquette at 5, Creighton at 4. Give me UConn at 6. Donovan Clingan, 15 minutes, 12 points, 8 rebounds. I mean that is crazy. And I know you can't just simply say, "Well, we'll do 30 minutes," and he's got 24 and 16 every night. But 20 and 12 plus seem automatic for a guy with his talent. Give me UConn rolling this season. Number 7, one of my favorite teams in the SEC, Kentucky. I know, Kentucky at number 7. I think this is going to be the best Kentucky team we've seen in over a decade, going back to the Booker, Davis, Wall, Cousins, that era. I think this season is finally, they had about 6 to 7 seasons where the 5-star recruits showed up like 3-star recruits, but I think they're about to really get the guys they think they're getting. Kentucky's going to be a good team. I'm going to kind of jump early on the gun and throw them in the top 10 at number 7. Give me Kentucky. Same thing with these next few teams. Give me Texas at number 8. I think they're a top 10 team. Last night, no problems, fluid offense. Everything looks smooth. I don't see why they would not be in the top 10 in the next few weeks. Give me Texas at number 8. And then we're going to go over to the desert down in Tucson, baby. Tucson, Arizona. University of Arizona, Caleb Love. Everybody putting up points over there. They put up 122 points last night. And it was about 6 to 7 guys that got 14, 15 points. Mix it around, move it around. I love how they're playing ball down there in Tucson. And at number 10, I know it's crazy, but I think USC showed the most last night. They played probably the toughest opponent. This was probably the most even matchup of last night. Even the spread, only 2.5, and then USC comes out and kind of dominated that game from tip off to finish. The over cleared easily. USC won by about 14 points, I believe. It ended. I like the way they played, and they didn't even have the biggest name freshman to ever touch college, Bronny James. Bronny James was out. So it'll be scary to see what this team looks like. And I don't even know how good Bronny James is. I've never seen him play a full game. It's kind of it is exciting though. It's just exciting. You can't say it's not exciting. But this USC offense, I think they're going to be good. A team I gave out yesterday I got a ticket on them to win the Pac-12. Got a ticket on Oregon to win the Pac-12 even before yesterday, and I'm more excited about that now. UCLA, they looked amazing last night. I got a ticket on them as well. The other team I want to put at number 10, though, because I think this team will be around number 10 for most of the year. I think Memphis is about to have one of their best seasons ever. I mean, we saw the Derrick Rose season where he goes 30-1. You probably will never top that. I'm not saying they're going to ever get close to that, but I think Memphis is going to have a great season this year. I'm going to put them at number 10 just to show them some love. I think Penny Hardaway finally puts all the pieces together. That's my top 10 from the Red Beard week 1, baby, when it means not a thing. Kansas, Duke, Purdue, Creighton, Marquette, UConn, Kentucky, Texas, Arizona, and then tied at 10, USC and Memphis. How you love that? Let's jump over to some bets before we get the hell on up out of here, baby. Man, last night just sitting there watching college basketball and just thinking like, man, this team could be in the Sweet 16. Oh, this thing. Just running your mind through it. You start thinking about big Saturdays, Super Tuesdays. I mean, you just start getting yourself geeked up. It really hit me, man. I'm watching Oregon, Georgia, and I'm thinking this is not even real. I was thinking that. I was thinking this is like some preseason scrimmage. I'm not even. And then it's like, oh no, this is first game of the season. How you love that? I got 5 bets for you tonight. I have pretty good confidence in these bets. Just jinxed it, huh? Let's knock on some wood. We're gonna go Maryland, baby. That's the first bet. Give me Maryland minus 20 and the hook. Maryland early in the season, always rolling. They're projected to be pretty damn good this year, taking on Mount St. Mary's. I think they win this one by 30. Give me Maryland minus 20 in the hook. I think they do what they're supposed to do here. It's usually conference play that messes up Maryland. They're usually pretty good to open the season. That coaching program always has their kids ready for November basketball. Also in this game, I'm going to take the over. Give me the over 131.5. So I'm going to take Maryland at minus 20 in the hook. Also going to take the over on Maryland in Mount St. Mary's at 131.5. Looking at an 80 to 50 type game, I believe hopefully it's an 82 to 55 game, and they get the over 131, and it's not 79-50. I could see it already. Over 131 and a hook on Maryland in the Mount St. Mary's. Also, give me Maryland on the spread, minus 20.5. Now, people that know me, and if you know me, then you know me. They know that I don't touch this team with a 10-foot pole. There's certain teams in every sport that you just got to stay away from, son. You can't do it. I'm telling them, you can't do it. However, this summer, this long, cold summer without college basketball, I was doing some thinking, and I realized that this school is bringing in a new coach, a quality coach this time, not just an old alumni with a big name. They're bringing in a coach who's been consistent at winning. Ed Cooley going to Georgetown. I made the decision. And tonight will be the night I raise the 13-year curse of not touching this team since 2007. I guess it's 16 years now. Boy, I'm getting old. Give me Georgetown, minus 18 and a hook. Ed Cooley's first game at Rain, taking on a team named Lemoyne. Georgetown rolls, baby. They win by 40 and then go 2-15 in conference play. I'm kidding. I think Georgetown's actually going to be pretty damn good this year. I'm betting them tonight to officially raise the curse. Give me Georgetown minus 18.5. I feel like I'm going to have fun betting them this season as some dogs in the Big East. Georgetown minus 18.5. The next one, Juwan Howard. Don't go breaking my heart. Juwan Howard. Don't go breaking my heart. He said I will and I try. I can't run a play at the buzzer. But hopefully we stay alive. Michigan minus 10.5 taking on UNC Asheville. Give me Michigan. It is going to be the bet that kills me one day. Betting Michigan with Juwan Howard as their head coach. Just gonna flat out have a damn heart attack one day. Give me Michigan tonight, man. Minus 10.5. Let's see what they got. Probably ain't got nothing. Honestly, I hate this bet. Don't bet this. I don't even know why I'm betting. Michigan minus 10.5. Give it to me, baby. Whew. Gotta take a deep breath after that one. So we got Maryland minus 20.5. Maryland over 131.5. Georgetown minus 18.5. Michigan minus 10.5. Got one more bet for you, but it's my man, Franklin Earl, Beardwinatons. So I need somebody, anybody, hit me with the horns. Turn it up a little bit. Okay? Get in my groove. Ooh-wee! It's Franklin Earl Beardwinaton with the best bet of the day in college basketball. There is an SEC Big 12 showdown tonight. Might be the best game of these last 2 days just because of the closeness in competition. Auburn taking on Baylor. Bruce Pearl. I think he has his most talented team in years. He's had some great point guards. He's had some good bigs. He's never had the good big guard wing combo. Auburn projected to be pretty damn good this year. I like Bruce Pearl. I like Auburn. Baylor beats them by 20. The best bet of the day is Baylor minus 1.5. Or take the money line at minus 120. We're going Baylor here. And we're going Baylor. Heavy. Baylor minus 1.5. Franklin Earl Beardwinaton's best bet of the day. The rest of the bets, Maryland minus 20.5. Maryland over 131.5. Georgetown minus 18.5. Michigan minus 10.5. And Franklin Earl's best bet of the day, Baylor minus 1.5. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the love. And thank you for the support. Apologize for today's show. It is the 100th episode. So maybe that mojo of bringing it back to the first episode mentally, going back to that space. I get it. I put it together now. I've been thinking like the first show, and then I come out and act like it's my first show I ever did. Didn't write things down, wrote too much down, didn't put the stuff in order right, forgot completely about the power rankings. I can accept it now. It makes a little more sense. But this is the 100th episode, episode 242. Again, I really do appreciate you all. Even if this is the first time you've ever seen it, or if you've only watched it once. It says Captain by a Hook with the Red Beard, presented by Stare Down Sports. Look forward to bringing you this show for many, many years, and it growing into a radio show. A radio show that you can still watch live right here on YouTube, baby. Still gonna stream it. But anyway, take all wagers at your own risk. Please, please gamble responsibly. It is the 7th of November. 1 year anniversary. Dives. You know Baylor slapping tonight. Franklin Earl, 1 year. Ooh, wee.